Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and I am your resident chaotic crafter, and today we're looking back at 2024, we're looking forward to 2025, and we're going to set some goals, I think, and we're going to not overload ourselves, and hopefully we're going to be able to stick to these goals. Let's crack on, get a cup of tea and we'll drive in. So reflecting on 2024, and it's been better than I thought it was. I was looking back through my phone's camera reel and I was like, I've actually made more than I realised. So I am really appreciative of that. And I don't think until you go back and do like a proper deep dive, you realise that actually you have been quite productive. And I've enjoyed the process as well. I've really got back into crochet and I've managed to finish 2 pairs of socks, which I know you're out here finishing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But for me, getting 2 pairs of socks off the needles was a really big achievement because I am the world's slowest knitter and I get distracted by new projects and new crafts all the time. And I can't commit. It is a lifelong ongoing problem. But it given me that joy. Like, I really enjoyed the process and I really tried to let go of having the need to have finished objects. Just the act of knitting or crocheting itself is the reward. So let's look at some projects I've actually completed. So I've had these 2 pairs of socks, and this pair was in fact a gift for my mother-in-law. I really wanted to keep them, I really did, but I think gifting socks is part of my love language. If I like you, you possibly will have some socks off me at some point before you die. And also it'll give me the motivation to then finish more socks myself. So yes. Actually, I've managed to finish 3 pairs of socks. I have also finished this orange pair as well. They've done good. None of these I started this year. They've been starting previous years, but I actually have managed to finish 3 pairs. I've just looked at my Instagram, I'm like, oh yeah, I did actually finish stuff. What has been your favourite project that you finished this year? Have you got like something you're super proud of? I'm going to stop holding this pointy stick. I need something to fiddle with though. I need to fiddle with a clip. And do you have a project that like you make loads of? Like, are you a sock knitter or like shawls or jumpers? For me, I like everything, but I always do revert back to socks because they're just so easy and rewarding because they're such small projects. Really, for me, very rewarding. I revisited I really wanted to kind of upskill this year, so I revisited a hat that I'd started. Is this cable hat. I think it's called the Jason Cashmere hat. I finished this and it fits me okay. I would probably do another round of cables if I made it again. And this was made in like an Aran weight yarn, so it actually knit up really fast and it took away that fear of, am I a bad knitter? Am I not as talented as I think I am? Because the cables came together really easily and I don't actually think I made any mistakes, which is a first for me. So yeah, this was a project I thought was going to be more challenging, but actually gave me some confidence. And I do think in 2026 I'll be ready to tackle like a cable jumper, like I'm looking for an heirloom type jumper here. So yeah, that was a really fun project, and I actually would really like to make another one in similar weight yarn, but make it a bit bigger. So I think I think that maybe will be a future project. And a few other highlights. I managed to finish this crochet vest. It was going to be a jumper, but it ended up getting really heavy. Now it is a wee bit too big. I think it's a bit too wide. I think if I made it again, I wouldn't do so many rounds. But I actually quite like the finished outcome. I like the fact that I was using up I was stash busting, so that was really fun. And actually, it goes quite well underneath my jackets because now I've not got the bulky arms, which kind of put me off doing the sleeves as well. So yeah, that's quite fun, and it's quite a mindless project as well. I did a lot of crocheting last year, but I had to stop because of wrist. I really got achy wrists, but I did manage to make a couple of bags, and these 2 here, this fanny pack bum bag, absolutely really love. I really love the colours and the fact that I lined it as well. Yeah, I really love it, and I think it's a really nice pattern. Again, using up some old yarn as well, and I think I probably will make some more of these because all it is 1, 2, 3, 4 granny squares. This has a zip on it as well, but I think if I made it again, I'd make a flap and add in maybe some metal magnetic clips instead of a zip, because the zip I did have to hand sew, which I'm really not a huge fan of. And then I made this green triangle bag because I saw it all over TikTok. And again, I wanted to use up scrap old yarn. I want to use up old yarn so I could buy new yarn. And this is just really handy for shoving a load of stuff in and we're just like going to the park. So yeah, I was clearly feeling my bag era this year. And then I made a couple of bits for my son, another few crochet bits as well. So a few owls, some Kindle covers, book sleeves, that sort of thing. Just little projects that are like easy to start and finish. I cast on socks for my husband, but I haven't got around to finish them yet. But hopefully by the time you see my next update video, they will be done. I have a deadline of like a week from now, so we'll see if we get them done. But as part of my wanting to like upskill this year, I cast on 2 pairs of socks, one cuff down, 2 at a time, and then the other one toe up, 2 at a time. So the ones I make for my husband are toe up 2 at a time because I didn't want to run out of yarn on the foot. So having short socks is fine, but then running out for the toe is super annoying. And because I'm making out a DK weight yarn, I don't have any more. I have my 2 balls and he's got really long feet. So he might end up with short socks. So we will see. But I am just at the ankle bit now, and it's going okay actually. I was a bit unsure because it seems to take forever, but then I'm going to end up with 2 exactly the same socks. So one of my issues is I struggle to have 2 socks that are the same, because if I make a mistake on one, I forget to carry that mistake through to the sock. So this way, at least the mistakes will be repeated on both socks. So yes, I think I am actually a fan, and it has made me re-look at my project bags now and want to sort of edit them up to be more 2 at a time socks. So yes, that is some of the stuff I got made, and like some projects I do need to get finished more soon. So looking forward to 2025. The first up I really want to get finished is the socks for my husband, and then after that I think I actually am going to cast on the 2 jumpers I want to make this year. They're both by Tin Can Knits. They're the flax seeds jumpers. I have the yarn for both of them, and I want to cast on the one for my son because I want that done within the next couple of months, and then the one for my husband I want done for Christmas. It'll be one of my Christmas projects. So, and I've never made him a jumper. I started a crochet jumper and never finished, and that's like a long-term project. I may finish it eventually. And then I want to start working on some old projects. I want to start and finish this baby blanket, which is my own design, corner to corner crochet. It is nautical flags. And then I also want to update the pattern to make the blanket a lot bigger as well. So that'll be something I'm working on through the year. But each one is just little squares. I think that'll be really easy to do, like 1 square a week. So then I'll get it finished in 20 odd weeks, 27, 28 weeks. So yeah, that is another project. My aim this year is to not buy any yarn, because I did buy some yarn on Black Friday, the hobby yarn cakes, because I've wanted these for years, if I'm honest. I've got a 4th one, and I think I want to cast on like a shawl, and I think that'll be crochet, I think. So then make sure I've got the right ergonomic crochet hook as well. So yeah, I think my aim is to have at least 1 shawl done, and then I want this to be like my sort of my summer project. So yeah, and obviously just they're so beautiful. I have some ankle socks in this absolute stunning yarn that I want to get done, and actually I should be able to finish that quite soon, and then get the second one casted on, and then so that'll be finish 2 pairs of socks. And then I want to cast on a scrappy socks, but I want to do 2 at a time, toe up scrappy socks. Yeah, because I think I'm really going to enjoy having 2 socks finished. I think this is me now. I think I'm a 2 at a time girl. Whew. 2 at a time sock lady, I think it sounds better. I've not really thought about any skills I want to master this year. I think having the confidence to do a jumper and make sure I have enough stitch markers. I think that's where I've fallen down before, is not having enough stitch markers. But now I own so many. If you don't know, I have a knitting and crochet notions business. So then I make a lot of stuff, and then like all the prototypes I just end up keeping. It's great. I still have millions of stitch markers. So I think that is something I want to tackle. And then obviously I will complete my 2 at a time skills builder as well. So if you've got anything you think I should work on, like, because I'm always class myself as like a beginner intermediate knitter. So I can cable, I can do socks, I can crochet most things. I'm not very good at amigurumi because I can't keep count. Yeah, I knit, purl. I think I know the basics okay, but I think, yeah, what am I missing from my arsenal to like level up my game? Like, let me know. What are you making in 2025? Are you stash busting this year? Do you want to stash bust with me? We stash bust together. I would love to get through 50% of my sock yarn. Shall we see how much that is actually? I'm always interested in other people's stashes. Yeah, this might actually be quite embarrassing. So, oh gosh. I mean, I think getting through 50% might actually be a challenge. Okay, so my scrappy socks, I think to begin with, will be these. So these are 10 or 20 gram skeins. I think when you buy a sock, like you buy this and then it comes with a little one of these. So yeah, I think starting off with these will be my first 2. I don't know how many grams a sock takes up, to be honest. This is 100. So each sock takes 50. And these are 20 to 4. So I'll probably need a third one. Yeah, I probably need a third one. So I do have scraps here. So that will probably be like the same toe on both. So yeah, that will be my first scrappy sock. So that'll be 1 pair of socks. I do want to make up this sock as well. This yarn is just absolutely stunning. I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then I think I will add on an accent piece in purple just to try and start using up some more of these mini skeins. I possibly should remember this, but I might actually put these in project bags so they're good to go. I always like having socks on the needles. So that'll be 2 pairs of socks. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have enough like unused skeins for 6 pairs of socks. If I aim for 3, that will reduce my big balls, my 100 gram balls, by 50%. So that's casting on 3 new pairs. And then I've got all of like I've got a few little bits that haven't got plans, and then like leftover sock yarn from like other socks that I finished in the past. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So that could be another sock there in these really lovely colours. I think that'd be a really nice colour blocked sock. So I think that would be another one. And then I don't know what to do with like the scraps. I've got a few bits of DK weight there. And then I'll just sort of show you. Here we are, all these little bits. Again, they could be scrappy socks, and that's from a sock that I made my friend. Again, I made a pair of socks and have all this left over. So I could start doing some scrappy projects. I know a sock YouTuber that she does like blankets and jackets and jumpers and stuff. So I think maybe go down that route, or just more socks. So yeah, I think reducing my sock yarn by 50% is a really good plan. And then I could maybe buy more sock yarn. I am saving up for the end of the year to see what I can buy. So I think that's enough projects, because I'll add in like my dopamine projects where I'm like, ooh, I've been influenced, I just have to cast on something straight away. Those kind of projects. So yeah, I don't really want to overwhelm myself, because I always do like commit to way too much. But I would like to buy more sock yarn in the new year. That's what I want to do in 2026 is buy sock yarn, because it is fun. Buying yarn and using yarn are definitely two different hobbies in my opinion. So what are your crafting goals for 2025? Let me know. Like, I'm a slow maker, right? Like, maybe you do a lot more. Like, I'm envious of people who crank out projects. Like, I wish I could, but I managed to sit down on the phone today with my friend and like do a little bit of knitting. So like, I'm trying to incorporate more little bits throughout my day and my evenings. Yeah, and let me know what skills you're trying to learn this year. I think having more of like a skills-based focus. So like for some of these socks, I want to use some of the patterns out of the 52 weeks of socks books, and then that'll make me really slow down. So I have some like nice lace socks, like really try and elevate them instead of just having the plain socks. But I do sort of love the straight stockinette. So I think maybe having a nice cuff and a nice leg, and then I can just do stockinette for the foot. So then you see the fancy bit. Yeah, I think that's possibly where we're going to go. So whether you have finished one project or 20 projects this year, last year, like, we just have to remember it's about the joy of making. And I think we should all celebrate our own journeys. And I definitely am feeling quite happy with what I managed to achieve last year. And I am feeling quite positive about the year to come. I do plan on getting a walking pad when I can walk again. I am on crutches at the moment, and be able to do more in the evenings. I think once I sit down in the evening, I just rot, and I want to keep being a little bit more active and being able to do my knitting and crochet as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's a bit more of a quicker video. Still, as always, I always feel I'm way more chaotic than I should be, but make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will update you on my knitting progress and crochet progress in possibly 4 to 6 weeks. I don't like to commit to something too specific, because then I'm like, have demand avoidance and like executive dysfunction. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because I committed to it. So yes, on that fun note, let's see what the year brings, and thanks very much for watching.